I'm Kendra Cook, your host for the DCTV Daily News program out of Dove Creek, Colorado. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association, which is the special district association responsible for bringing the area free to access TV stations over the air by antenna. This is a community TV station. If there is a news story or event information that you would like to share, you can give us a call at 970-677-4119. If you're a business or organization, we welcome you to find out more about sponsorship opportunities for banners or video segments run on the channel. This is the Wednesday program, which is aired at 6 p.m. and then rebroadcast at 8 p.m. and again the following day at 9 a.m. and noon. It is also available on demand online at both our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, soon to be changed hopefully to DCTV Daily News. This is the program for February 12th, 2020, DCTV's Daily News. From the Durango Herald, Colorado U.S. Senator Michael Bennet ended his presidential campaign Tuesday night after early primary election results from New Hampshire showed him earning less than 1% of the vote. Bennet and his campaign team spent a lot of time in New Hampshire over the past few months, holding more than 50 town halls and attending events like a reproductive rights rally on Monday. Celebrity politics creates real challenges, but we've tried to overcome that by campaigning all across New Hampshire in the old-fashioned way, Bennet said early Tuesday in Manchester. The Colorado Democrat said he was hopeful he could place third or fourth in a state like New Hampshire, given his success in a swing state like Colorado. But early results as of 9 p.m. last night had Bernie Sanders in the lead with 26%, Pete Buttigieg in second with 24%, and Amy Klobuchar in third with 20% of the vote. His agenda included moderate policies compared with other Democratic candidates in areas like health care. He favored an alternative approach that allows people to keep their private insurance while making a government plan available to anyone who preferred it. Quote, "We built the campaign so we would make it until New Hampshire made up their minds," Bennet said. "It's been a great privilege for me and my family to spend the time that we have in New Hampshire." Bennet previously served as superintendent of Denver Public Schools and proposed strong education policies in his Real Deal campaign agenda, ideas that remaining Democratic candidates may adopt moving forward. John Hudak, a senior fellow in governance studies at the Brookings Institution, has said even if Bennett's campaign is not successful, he has raised his profile and a higher appointment, like a Secretary of Education, is a possibility for the senator in the future. One way or another, whether this goes forward or it doesn't go forward, I'm going to keep fighting for our democracy, Bennet said on Tuesday before results began trickling in. A side note that the United States is a representative republic for all of you detail sticklers out there, not a democracy. Bennet announced his candidacy May 2nd, joining a crowded field of 2020 Democratic candidates. He shared a national debate stage with former Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper before missing the cut for further debates by failing to recruit enough donors or scoring above 2% in the polls. Bennet then turned his attention to the state of New Hampshire, where he held town halls across the state, as was reported. Colorado's first Super Tuesday primary vote is March 3rd, and politicians like Colorado Governor Jared Polis expect a higher turnout than the caucuses. The remaining Democratic candidates are more likely to be engaged with Colorado voters because of the Super Tuesday primary election. An endorsement from Bennet will be highly sought after, Hudak said. Democratic presidential candidate Mike Bloomberg opened 2 campaign offices in Colorado, one in Aurora and one in Colorado Springs. He certainly has the money for it. Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg is planning a town hall in Aurora later this month, and former Vice President Joe Biden is set to visit Denver on February 17th. Also on a side note, President Trump will be visiting Colorado Springs with Senator Cory Gardner in April. Speaking of politics, reported in the Journal, more than 16,000 ballots went out Monday to active voters in Montezuma County for Colorado's first presidential primary in 20 years. We're already getting some back, said Montezuma County Clerk and Recorder Kim Purcell. They also have been mailed out in Dolores County. Our county clerk is Lana Hancock. The presidential contest will be the only race on the ballot. A separate primary for the federal, state, and local offices will be conducted in June, on June 30th. We're going to be busy this year, Purcell said. We have the presidential primary, then the primary in June for the other offices, and in between we have a municipal election. So we'll have elections in March, April, and June. The Cortez municipal election, in which 14 candidates are seeking 5 open city council seats, will be April 7th. Here in Dove Creek, an election for the town board member seats will be held in April, and there are 2 seats up for re-election or being challenged for the Dolores County Board of Commissioners coming up this November. All elections in Colorado are now conducted with mail-in ballots. Purcell said that this is the first time a separate primary has been held with only the presidential race on the ballot, and she's unsure what that means for turnout. Quote, "We'd like to have 100%, she said with a laugh, but turnouts has been good since we went to the mail-in ballot form. It has helped. Families will get together and discuss the issues. They'll have a dinner or a family event and discuss everything and fill out their ballots." Colorado will be one of 14 states holding primaries on March 3rd, dubbed Super Tuesday. And we'll be sure to have coverage here on DCTV Daily News. Democratic and Republican voters will receive ballots for their respective parties. Unaffiliated voters will receive both parties' ballots. Unaffiliated voters are allowed to submit a ballot for only one party and discard the other. Otherwise, their vote is not counted. Voters should mail their ballots in by February 21st to ensure they have enough time in the mail to be received on the clerk's office desk for the 7 p.m. March 3rd deadline for the presidential primary election. So from February 22nd to March 3rd, ballots can be dropped off at one of 4 ballot boxes in Montezuma County. One is at the Dolores Town Hall, the Mancos Town Hall, Montezuma County Clerk's and Recorder's Office, and the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Headquarters, or here in Dolores County, it's here at the Dove Creek County Courthouse. If voters don't receive a ballot in the next week, they should visit the clerk's office for a replacement. Purcell said many people move and forget to update their address, and those ballots will be returned as undeliverable. They cannot be forwarded to a new address, she said. Voters can also go to the clerk's office for a new ballot if they ruin the one sent in the mail or if they change their mind about their vote before submitting it. And court update from Montezuma County, the Journal reported with a stock photo. After a trial last week in Durango Federal Court, David Sidney Wells, age 43 of Toyac, was found guilty of federal sexual and physical assault charges, that according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Wells was indicted by a federal grand jury on 4 counts: aggravated sexual abuse, assault with the intent to commit aggravated sexual abuse, assault resulting in serious bodily injury, and assault with a dangerous weapon. According to court documents, as well as facts presented during the trial, on March 9th, Wells assaulted his wife of 10 years in their residence on the Ute Mountain Ute Indian Reservation in Toyac. Wells repeatedly struck his wife in the head with a wooden club, kicked her in the stomach to induce a miscarriage, and punched her in the face. Wells then sexually assaulted her before strangling her to unconsciousness. The victim's injuries were so severe, she was medically evacuated by airplane to a hospital in Lakewood. After the assault, Wells fled the scene, according to court documents. At the time of the assault, Wells had a warrant for his arrest from a case brought by the state of Colorado for assault in the 2nd degree by strangulation as an act of domestic violence related to an assault against his wife from August of 2018. Additionally, Wells had a prior history of domestic violence convictions in tribal court. Wells appeared at trial in custody and was remanded to the custody of the U.S. Marshals Service at the trial's conclusion. Wells was indicted on April 5, 2019. He was found guilty on February 7th after a jury trial before U.S. District Court Judge Blackburn. Wells is scheduled to be sentenced by Judge Blackburn on June 7th in Durango. Wells faces up to life in prison. Quote, "Sexual assault on the Ute Mountain Ute Reservation will always be vigorously prosecuted by this office," said U.S. Attorney Jason Dunn. Wells was responsible for a brutal and violent assault against this victim. He is now facing a significant prison sentence. This case was investigated by the FBI and the Bureau of Indian Affairs. The Wells was prosecuted by Assistant U.S. Attorneys Jeff Graves and R. Josh Player. And now let's take a look at the local weather forecast ahead through the weekend. Today, sunny with a high near 34 degrees, north-northwest winds at 5 to 15 miles an hour, and that continues to make it feel colder. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 14. North-northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And again on Thursday, sunny with a high near 37 degrees. Those northeast winds around 5 miles an hour become west by the afternoon. Thursday night, clear with a low around 20 degrees. And a little warm up for Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 42. South winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour with gusts to 20 miles an hour. So that'll be a windy day on Friday. Valentine's Day evening, we're looking for partly cloudy skies with a low around 22. And again, the DC Chamber of Commerce hopes you'll come out to the state line and enjoy a dance or two with music sponsored by the Chamber, with Love Pick and Hoe chance 50-50 chance drawing tickets for sale, and a box of chocolates to the best dancers. That'll run from 4 to 9 p.m. Looking forward to the long weekend. Saturday we'll have mostly sunny skies with a high near 45 degrees. Saturday night partly cloudy and a low around 24. But then for Sunday, a slight chance of snow showers comes late morning, sometime after 11 a.m. Mostly sunny though, with a warmer high near 44 degrees. Sunday night we're looking for still a slight chance of snow showers mainly before 11 p.m. Mostly cloudy and a low around 22. And Monday is Washington's birthday. Some people have a holiday. A chance for snow showers, partly sunny with a high near 35 degrees. Monday night mostly cloudy and a low around 16. And here's the next Wacky Wednesday mug tribute. Found this one in the break room. I will show you a close-up picture of it. It says, "I gave up smoking, drinking, and sex, and that was the worst 15 minutes of my life." So if you have a mug or a fun picture of a mug that you would like to send in for Wacky Wednesday mug tribute, please do. Again, that's dcbnnews@gmail.com, and we'll share this with you every Wednesday throughout the year. And now, back to the news. And now the Dolores County Sheriff's Roundup for the week of February 3rd through the 9th, 2020. Keys were turned in to the Dolores County Sheriff's Office found at the Dove Creek Post Office. Come in, identify, and claim them. A deputy gave a courtesy ride to a pedestrian on Highway 491 at milepost 68. They received a complaint of harassment in town, and the case is being investigated. They also received a report of a one-vehicle rollover on West Fork Road. Colorado State Patrol handled that. A deputy was requested to unlock a vehicle with keys inside. The unlock was successful. A local reported a suspicious vehicle and men. A local resident reported suspicious vehicle and men. Another county resident reported receiving threats, and that case is being investigated. A bailer was reported to be parked on Road C unattended. Turns out the bailer had been stolen, and this case is under investigation. A county resident reported a semi parked and idling in a no parking area in Cajon. And that would be it for this week's report. We'll aim for getting this update on the news each Tuesday. Sorry for the delay. Some in-studio technical difficulties, which we have hopefully fixed by this point. And from the Journal with a photo, Jim Imiaga. The Canyons of the Ancients Visitor Center and Museum is going through some changes. Amanda Hoffman has been named acting manager of Canyons of the Ancients National Monument, a temporary 4-month assignment. The hiring process for a permanent manager to replace Marietta Eaton, who retired in December of 2018, is still ongoing. Hoffman's plans include organizing the monument's 20-year anniversary celebration in early June and supporting the monument's application for dark sky park status. Keep an eye on that if you are concerned about dark sky, all the different things that are involved with the dark sky in our area. She will continue educational programs and special exhibits planning, and will be working with staff and consultants to refresh the main exhibit hall. It will be improved with new information and include new voices, Hoffman said. We want more of a Native American perspective throughout the museum so their voices are more strongly felt, end quote. The museum hours have changed, and the entrance fee has also increased to $6 this year, up from $3. A modern point-of-sale system is also being put in place, offering improved customer convenience and providing data on museum use. The previous fee had been in place since 1985, and the increase was needed to keep up with rising costs, museums officials said. Funds from the entrance fees will go directly towards CANM museum and monument programs. The museum entrance fee is covered by holders if you have a National Parks Pass and America the Beautiful Pass. The bookstore and gift shop at the CANM Visitor Center and Museum closed in December. Longtime operator Canyonlands Natural History Association informed the museum officials that they decided to close the bookstore so that they could focus more on their stores at Utah National Parks. A new bookstore operator and vendor for the CANM Museum and Visitor Center is being sought, Hoffman said. The monument will advertise for proposals and evaluate them this year. We feel, quote, that there will be some good interest for that opportunity, said Connie Clemenson, field manager for the Tres Rios District of the Bureau of Land Management. And today's High Canyon Country happenings. February 15th, there's a Bluebird Morning Metal Embossing Workshop. That's Saturday at 9:30 a.m. at the Mancos Public Library. In this workshop, participants will jump right in to learn basic embossing techniques, how to add color to metal, and how to prep the final piece for mounting on wood. Students will leave with a ready-to-hang or ready-to-gift piece of art. This workshop is a prerequisite class for Lily's more advanced copper and pewter embossing workshops. Watch the Mancos School of the West's calendar for more opportunities to expand your embossing skills with Lily. And February 13th is the next Cortez Youth Commission meeting. That's at 7:30 p.m. They start at 7:30 on the second and fourth Thursday of the month. Meetings are held at the City Hall, 123 Roger Smith Avenue in Cortez. For any questions, contact Peyton Heitzman at PHEITZMAN@cityofcortez.com. The Youth Commission is composed of 15 members, ranging from ages 14 to 19, who have to be living within Montezuma County. Members are appointed by City Council on an annual basis. This is a wonderful way to get our youth involved in the governmental process, exposing them to the process and how they can make an impact on their own future. Maybe we could suggest this for Dolores County. And also, February 13th, there's a Practical Marketing Secrets for Small Businesses workshop at the Mancos Public Library. A fantastic building, by the way. It starts at 7 p.m., Marketing Ideas for Your Small Business. It's presented by Rachel Marchbanks Simbeck, who's the publisher of Tribal College Journal. Sponsored by Mancos Valley Resources, Mancos Valley Chamber of Commerce, and the Mancos Public Library, which is doing a lot over there. I post up all of these High Canyon Country happenings on our Facebook page, which is still DCTV News at Noon, where you can also watch the program replay along with the news links and stories of local interest. And you too can share other events or news there and join in on the conversation. Again, this is your local community TV station, so if you have something that you would like to share, contact us. The email is DCBNnews, that's Dolores County Broadcast Network News, DCBN, at gmail.com, or you can call the station, leave a message if we're not here, at 970-677-4119. Thanks for tuning in to the news program, which is broadcast Monday through Friday, with replays online on our YouTube channel and our DCTV News on Facebook. If you do like the program, which we hope you do, and we're working hard to make it a good resource for the region, please follow us and like us on the Facebook page and share it with your friends and family. We get a lot of traffic there, and it's really fun to participate in our local news. This has been a production of DCTV for the news program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Again, thank you for watching.